I ain't really give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck.
Let's go. Game 6 NBA Finals.
Spin as you go, helicopter spin as you go, helicopter spin as you go, helicopter. Living with all of these strangers, staring at faces that you can't make. Standing in front of a mirror, forcing a smile, but I can't fake. 'Cause I'm feeling loved, I'm feeling confused, I'm losing my mind, I'm losing my mind.
Hello, and now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. So the Clippers win the tip. Here's Beverly. Outside Williams. Pass to Leonard. Leans from outside. No good off the back of the rim.
Not really necessary with nobody on you. I mean, why put yourself off balance on that shot when you're wide open?
They swipe it. Here's Antetokounmpo. A huge slam, the perfect end of a fast break. On defense, the Bucks. Here's Beverly. Here's the screen. Here's Beverly. Outside, George. For the three. Lopez grabs the board.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Here's Middleton. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
And so he makes both from the line. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now here's Matthews. Bledsoe outside. Here's Antetokounmpo into Brook Lopez. And that one no good to start him off on the night. Outside, George. A 15-footer. Left side, George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Pass to Matthews. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And here comes the break. And Dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty. And it's the Bucks ball. First quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Middleton. And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That's his first foul. Pass to Middleton. Shoots from 14. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here's the break. Here's Bledsoe. Drops in the layup for 2. And here are the Clippers now. Right side, George. Here's Beverly. A 3-ball. Matthews with the rebound. Here's Middleton. Knocked away. Pass to Matthew. Lets it go from deep. And he gets it to go. And the Clippers call time here. The Bucks making a switch here. Outside George.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And George drops them both. Here's Hill. Here's Antetokounmpo, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Just got a little careless on that pass. They should be able to connect on those.
The Clippers trail. Now off the inbound, George with the ball. And he lays it up and in.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Middleton. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Zubac. They grabbed their own miss. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Can't drop it in from the right block. Outside Hill. Pass to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. No one. No one. 3-on-3. Outside, George. Beverly. Shamet. And it is good. The buzzer. Wow. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Show these who you really are.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far? The Bucks trail. Now Hill, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And he gets the bucket. And here are the Clippers. Shamet uses the glass to finish the layup. Outside Hill. Shoots from 14. Cannot hit. Here's Beverly. Shamet drains it from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
Here's Hill. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here is Ilyasova. Off the left rim and out.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Here's George. Another one falls to the Clippers. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Bucks making a switch here. Here is Bledsoe. Pass to Matthew. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. To stop the run, and the basket good. 6 points for him.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Williams. Makes the lead pass. George. Shamet. And again, the Clippers good for two.
Right now, they got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Here is Korver. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter now. And here's Matthews. 6 points for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by Williams.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
Pass to Lopez. Now here's Matthews. And here we go. Pushes it down to finish the break. Bledsoe with it. It's a 7-point spread. Now Matthews. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here is Bledsoe. Bledsoe right side. Lopez. Good on the shot.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
And the Clippers call time here. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. They set the pick. Pass to Leonard. Now here is George. Bledsoe with the rebound. Here's Antetokounmpo. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. On the free throw, no good. Now Leonard. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And here's Matthews. 6 points for him. That's to Lopez. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Here is Korver. Here is Korver. Connects from 3-point range.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Pass to George. Shamet tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Bucks making a change here. Now, here's George. That is good. 10 points for him.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Paul George really making a difference here. Pass to Middleton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez with the ball. Nice move. Another shot. Here's Beverly. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Right side George. And it's the Clippers scoring again. Here's Milwaukee now. They trail by 7. Here's Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Leonard with the steal. And they're moving it up. Left side, Leonard. Gives him the lead pass. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. A leaner. And again, the Clippers good for two. Here is Bledsoe. Timeout call for Bucks. A minute and a half played here in the third quarter. And a miss there off the inbound.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Leonard, no luck. Bledsoe with it. Leonard with the steal. Here's Beverly. The shot from the low post is good. Milwaukee with the ball. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Pass to Middleton. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez. He's covered by Leonard. Knocks it loose. And that one's good by Lopez. Los Angeles calls timeout. The Bucks making a switch here. Now Williams, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Back to Green. Here's Beverly. Right side Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Covington, smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Pass to Green. Back to Williams. The shot is off. They double him with Green. Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Hill. Shoots the three. And he gets it to go. He's got 5.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Right side, Williams. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now here's Ilias. Outside Hill. Right side Hill. The 8-footer. Blocked. Pushing it up. Here's Beverly. It's tipped. And the call will be against Allen Anderson. That's his first foul. Back to Matthews. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Green. Here we go, all alone. And so it's Milwaukee now. It's tipped. They tied for the ball. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Clippers on top. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And here's George. Hill pulls it in.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
And another shot. Shot is blocked. And they're pushing it up. Pass to George. For three. Good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Clippers making a switch here. Here's Antetokounmpo, and that one's good.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And the Clippers have possession. Back to Green. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, here we go. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Matthews gets it to go. The Clippers in the lead. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. Here's Beverly. They set the pick. Pass to Green. Shot clock at 6. Can't get it to go. Now here's Lopez. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Outside Hill. Middleton. Into Brook Lopez. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team.
And the Bucks making a change here. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Leonard. Sinks the triple.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Matthew. Baseline J on the way. Lopez, no luck. Fourth quarter of play, we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Outside Leonard. And he gets it to go. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lopez with the ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. Puts up the baby hook. That's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed has come from very close range. Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And the Clippers making a change here. Now George. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Right side George. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Leonard. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, the defense recognized how dangerous he is out there and got right up on him. Didn't give him any space.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Right side Leonard. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And the Clippers making a change here. The free throw drops for Leonard.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury him for sure.
Pass to Lopez. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here's George. Guys, you've got to think of Baxter here and seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
The tray. Matthews with the rebound. Here's Bledsoe. The putback is no good. Now here's Leonard. Poked away. Here's George. Can't get it to ball. So the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard.
From the